Good afternoon, good afternoon. What is up, Fabian? Let's hop in the Viper real quick, shall we? Woo! What's up, good afternoon, Static Fam. How's everybody doing? I got Fabian passenger. What's up, Fabian? So we are on our way to the shop right now, as you guys can see. And let's talk about the Viper a little bit as soon as we get to the shop, so stay tuned. First things first though, before we start talking about the Viper, we need some gas. I kid you not, literally this car is so weird. So like if I get on the gas, you could see the needle drop down. Watch. I don't know how good you're able to see it on the camera, but this car runs out of gas so quick. But I gotta get some gas real quick because we're on empty. All right, so we are at a dead stop right now. You know, obviously at the pump. This is how much gas I have right now. So, almost empty. All right, guys, so I put 45 bucks in. I don't have a debit card on me right now, so I just did cash. So we're gonna do $45 and we're just gonna see how much it fills up. I honestly, my guess, I think it's only gonna be like, probably 3/4 max. I'm not really too sure, but 45 is what I put, and as you guys saw, we were on E, so let's see how it is right now. So I got good news and bad news. It stopped at 43.34 and I put 45. I think it's full, so I probably lost the guess on how much gas it probably has. 43. All I gotta say is, dude, gas is getting expensive. $4.59 for a gallon of gas. That is insane. That is crazy. All right, so 45, come on, get to 45. Better be at 10 gallons right now. It's at 9.7. All right, so we're at $45, 9.7 gallons. Let's see exactly where it's at. It stopped, so I think it's a full tank. I'm not really too sure, but my guess is it is gonna be about like right behind the line. But let's see real quick. All right, moment of truth. Where are you gonna stop at? Where are you gonna stop at? Oh, don't let me down. Don't let me down. No, come on. Come on, right before the line like I said. Come on. Oh, dang. I guess, wait, is it still going? Is it still going? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what $45 does to a V10. From empty to almost full, but not necessarily full, as you guys can see. Almost there though, almost don't count though. So I'm in third gear right now, and I kid you guys not. So that's how much gas it has. But when you kind of get on it, you can literally see the needle drop down. Watch. That is insane, dude. That just shows you how quick the V10s waste gas. Hello, Static Fam. How's everybody doing today? It's kind of hot today. I don't have my sunglasses, but it's really hot today. All right, anyways, so today's topic is going to be, or video, it's going to be about the top 5 cons and the top 5 pros, at least from my perspective, from owning the Dodge Viper. Everybody may have different opinions, different pros and cons and everything, but these are at least my top 5 cons and pros, or pros and cons, however you want to say it. Like I said, everyone's opinion is different, but this is just my perspective. So let's get into the video, shall we? Let's start off with the cons, just because, whenever you're talking to somebody, if there's good news and bad news, everybody always wants the bad news first. So let's go ahead and start with the con. Con number 1 about the Dodge Viper that I personally do not like. So first things first, number 1 is going to be just the placement in general of the gas pedals. So if you guys can see the gas, the brake, and the clutch. Oh, we'll get to that right now. Oh, so oh man, ow. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Number 1, the placement of the gas pedals. I really don't like how close they are. Depending on what shoes I'm wearing personally, sometimes I wear Jordans, from Jordans to Yeezys to my shop boots. Some shoes, they'll feel a little bit weird just because some are wider than others. So from how close the pedals are, every once in a while it's kind of hard because my feet are always touching each other, like I'm rev matching or or something in general when I'm just, I don't know. Number 1, so the gas pedals are too close. I don't like how close they are because my feet always like interact with each other, and it's not, it doesn't bother me too much, but it feels uncomfortable at times. just because, you know, like your feet are touching each other every once in a while, and I feel like sometimes, you know, like you can mess up and accidentally give it too much gas, and, you know, kind of like whiskey throttle as, you know, like the dirt bikes in a way, you know, like perfect example. But that's number one. Number two, another thing that I don't like about the pedals in general, or just the, you know, the way the gas pedal is positioned, it's kind of like slanted up. So whenever you're driving this car, your foot kind of has to like be leaned back a little bit, and after a while, you know, your shin just kind of gets like, how do I say it? It gets uncomfortable, just because, you know, at least for me, I'm not used to, you know, having my shin on, you know, like, if, you know, the shin part right here of the ankle, I'm not used to having it like bent back for, you know, like such a period of time. So, you know, after a while of driving the car, then, you know, my shin does kind of like bother me a little bit, just because it feels really uncomfortable, because, you know, it feels like my foot, my ankle in general is starting to fall asleep, just because, you know, I'm not used to having my foot bent back that long. Number three, another thing I don't like about this car, the way the exhaust is positioned. So if you guys do not know, from the headers back, the exhaust literally just goes out the side right here and to the back. And as you guys can see right now, I actually did end up burning myself right now. Kind of hurt, but then again, you know, Dodge did come out with, you know, some stickers right here saying that, you know, pretty much caution that it's gonna be hot. I completely forgot about that, and my arm was just laying here, and yeah. So that's number three. And I mean, you know, within time, you know, it does get pretty hot inside the car. If you're driving, you know, kind of like freeway speed, you don't really feel the heat, just because, you know, like you're going like 65, in between like 65 to 80 miles an hour. So, you know, you're gonna get that fresh air inside the car. As to, you know, if it were to be like at a red light, then you will eventually start to feel the heat. So with the exhaust beating right here on the side, it does get a little warm inside, especially, you know, on like hot days like this. So that's another, you know, con, at least in my point of view, on the Dodge Viper. Number four, I wouldn't really consider it a con, but at the same time I do, because I actually had a little boo-boo not that long ago. So con number four, this car does not come with cup holders. It sucks, especially, you know, if you're going out, you know, to, you know, if you're gonna go weed, or the way I did, I went to my buddy's boba shop, T-Days. I ordered 4 boba drinks, and, you know, they gave me the little cup holders, and I put them on the passenger seat, and as I was braking, they kind of fell forward. So yeah, that is con number 4 about the Dodge Viper that I personally do not like. Number 5, so last but not least, one thing I really don't like about the Viper is the handles. So if you guys have never seen, you know, like a 2nd gen or 1st gen Viper, the handles are not on, you know, like the actual bottom piece of the door. These are actually the handles. So literally, they're electronic, and as to the inside too, I don't know if they do when it's open. No, but anyways, it's like electronically, and yeah. So one thing that has always concerned me about the handle is, if in case the battery dies, actually no, I take that back. I was gonna say that in case the battery were to die, it'd be kind of impossible to open the door, but I completely forgot that, you know, you can, that on the Vipers you have to open the hood on the outside. So I mean, that really, you know, it's not really gonna affect it if it dies or not, because all you gotta do is just like jump it and you open it. But I don't know, in case there would be like a malfunction or something, then, you know, it'd be kind of hard to open the car if both handles were to, for some reason, not work. I don't know exactly how you would get in, at least on, you know, on the hatches. I know that you can open the hatch and, you know, everything, but at least on these models, I don't know how you would get in if, you know, something were to happen. I mean, it's just weird. Like, if you guys didn't know too, the Corvettes have it too. If, you know, just in case the inside, like the actual handle doesn't open, they actually have like a little emergency latch right here, which, you know, opens all the time. Watch. We just open it from here. It'll open it. So that's at least a good thing, I guess, just in case, you know, this one malfunctions for, I don't know, for somewhat reason. Pro number 1 about the Dodge Viper, the sound. I don't know about you guys, but the V10 on the Viper just sounds so exquisite. Like, I don't know, it's so weird how like these and the Lambos are like V10s, but they sound completely different. Let's hear it really quick with the Boyle exhaust. Give it a couple revs. Yes. Oh man, the Dodge Viper is just a whole different breed of V10s. I'm telling you guys, it's a whole different breed. Moving on to pro number 2. Back it up real quick. Just the way of, you know, and just any Viper in general, they look so, it's so hard to describe. Just like they're wide and they look so sick at the same time. You know, it's so weird because at least for me, every time I look at the front of the car, you know, from like a distance, when I mainly look at the front end from like the bumper and the hood, it kind of gives you like that Viper, like it literally looks like the head of a Viper, like a legit snake Viper. Like if you look at the snake right here, look, the little emblem. Up, let me get the shade. And then we step back really quick. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me just of the face of the Viper. But I don't know, I mean, the second gen will always be one of the best in my opinion. It's just, it looks so unique and it just looks so sporty at the same time. It's so sick, honestly. Like, who does not love the Viper? We are eventually gonna get some wheels. These have got to go. Moving on to pro number 3 and number 4. Number 3, I like the fact that the car is a stick shift. It is a 6-speed, and besides that, counting as number 4, the gears are very, very long. So this is 3rd gear. Now this is 4th. So 3 and 4 have to do with the transmission for the fact that it's a 6-speed and long gears. Last but not least, number 5 for the Pro. I mean, the power and the torque in this car is insane. I'm in 5th gear. Let me see if I can rev match it to 3rd. Let's get one more quick pull before we park this thing. I'm telling you guys, this car is a beast. Oh my gosh. Oh. Look, hey, there's Marie. There's Marie. One more. Oh man, it is time to park the beast along with the Lexus over here tucked. I actually got to cover this up real quick just because, you know, we washed it, so we want to keep it as clean as possible, and there actually is a reason to that. So I need you guys' help. Monterey Car Week is this week, and I'm planning on going Friday through Sunday. So leave Friday, come back Sunday. I can't decide whether I should take the Lexus or the Viper. What do you guys think I should take? Let me know. I kind of want to take the Viper just because, you know, it's obviously, you know, an exotic car. And there's going to be nothing but exotic cars. So that's the only reason why I want to take the Viper. But then again, the Lexus is a one of one. Never seen before. It's tucked under here. But, you know, I'm just trying to keep it clean as possible. That way, you know, I can choose which one I want to take and everything. What do you say, Marie? Should I take the Viper or should I take the Lexus to Monterey Car Week? I'm more likely going to take the Viper just because it's an exotic car and that's all there's going to be out there. Nothing but exotic. You know, we just got to do some stuff. Like, we're, you know, eventually going to fix this. We're going to change the wheel setup and we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. So you guys are going to have to stick around for that because I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a one-on-one just like the Lexus right here. So it's going to be a one-on-one Viper with the 101 Lexus. But anyways, there you guys have it. Thank you guys for watching, supporting your boy. Smash that subscribe button, drop a thumbs up on this video. Stay tuned for the next mod on the Viper because we do have a modification coming in probably this week. So see you then. Peace out, y'all.